Sidebar. I will say, I don't know, if you guys watch my videos, you'll probably see that I often complain about triggers on controllers and how, like, I usually complain when controllers have digital triggers instead of analog. So like the Switch one, if you can hear, it's just like a single button. But I think this type of trigger actually works better for Splatoon. Especially because the way I play Splatoon is just I spam the trigger. So like, when it's just like a single button like this, it's easier to spam. So that's one point where I think it's better to not have triggers that like slowly press down. You know what I mean? Do you feel? Someone bought it, then decided they didn't like it, so I got it for like $30. Nice! I can't imagine somebody buying that and then not liking it. That's wild. I mean, there's 3 games in that one game, like how can you not find at least one that you like? I don't know, I guess like, yeah, some people just like don't... Like I've even... Like I know some people who can't like wrap their head around 3D games, so maybe I could see that maybe being a problem. But I feel like, yeah, like Mario Galaxy is the easiest 3D game to like get started with because the camera isn't really actually 3D, it's like a fixed camera, so... Also, I don't know what we're gonna play tonight. What's on the menu? Wait, I can't look. How do I see what maps are on right now? God dang it. We'll start with some of this stuff. I like Splatoon, because Splatoon is like Mario Kart, where Mario Kart and Splatoon are like my version of Subway Surfers. The game is the background, and then I can just talk. We can just chat. And the game is just kind of there in the background. Uh-oh. Did it just freeze? Okay. But then the problem is that sometimes I don't have things to talk about. What do you guys want to talk about? Should we talk about life? What's new in life? I don't know. Here's a fun life topic. Anybody tried meditation? There was a point in my life where I was very stressed out, and I was like, sure, let's try this whole meditation business. I know, the only reason I even, like, considered it is because, like, I know Steve-O is really into meditation, and I'll do whatever the heck Steve-O tells me to do. Just joking. No, but, like, yeah, that's what got me, like, interested in it. So, like, I tried meditation a few times. And I don't know. Sometimes I can't do it. Like, I feel like maybe I have some kind of, like, untreated ADHD or something, because if I'm sitting there, I have a hard time just sitting there. Because I feel like I could be doing so much more. Hey, look at all those chickens. Junipat, hello, hello. Thank you so much for the raid. How the heck are you all doing? Thank you so much for being here. Welcome in. How was your stream, by the way? Anybody who's new, my name is Chase. I'm a little streamer guy from Hawaii. And I like to play Nintendo games. Shoot. Earlier tonight, I was practicing my Super Mario 64 speedrunning, because I've been really into that lately. But now we're playing some Splatoon. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you so much for choosing me to raid, I super duper appreciate that. That's always like the nicest compliment when people choose me to raid, like honestly it means so much to me. Like that is so kind. And I appreciate you all for being here, so thank you so much. Sorry. So also wait, since we have some new people here, I was like just talking about earlier, meditation. Have any of you guys tried meditation before? Ah! I really wanted to try it because I was very, I was very just like stressed out and stuff, and I was like, okay, we'll try this out. But, yeah, I quickly learned that I have a hard time just sitting in one place. And yeah, my brain just always is always running, like, I could be doing stuff while instead of sitting here meditating. Ah, no, I'm so bad. Okay. Let me catch up with the raid. Angel Sunflower, hello, welcome in. Junipat, hello, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you for choosing me to raid. I really appreciate that. Sassy the Nerd, welcome back. Hello, hello. Mary France, welcome in. Darian Chiba, welcome, welcome. Junipat, you were playing Euphoria the Saga 2. How was that? I've actually never heard of that game. Sorry. But how was your stream? We're good. How about you? I'm doing pretty well. Thank you for asking. Oh, Sassy's heading out to bed. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi. I really appreciate that. Hope you have a good night. Can't say that we have. Yeah, it's like a very... I don't know, it's a very interesting thing to do, but... Yeah. I hope y'all are doing well. I actually do want to see what kind of games y'all are playing. Euphoria the Saga 2. What kind of a game is this? It looks cute. It's like is it like a 2D platformer? That's cute. I like the cute little animals. Nice. It was fun. It's a new 2D platformer, and we did the new Fame Pass for Fall Guys. Oh, nice, fun. Awesome. How was Fall Guys? Fall Guys stresses me out so much. I'm like, I have to qualify, or else I'm gonna cry. But nice. Yeah, it looks very cute. That's awesome. Also, where's my team? Whoa, is this... Can people write on the level? Can people leave... What? I've never seen that before. Or did Nintendo put that in? I feel like that's not something... Oh, god dang it. I'm dead. Ba-da-ba-ba. But yeah, I like, Splatoon and Mario Kart are really fun because it's just like background gameplay and then... What? It's just background gameplay and then I can kind of talk to the chat. We can have some nice chit-chats. You guys like small talk? Whenever people say they don't like small talk, I get scared. Because that's pretty much all I know. Oh lord, oh lord. You can't paint the top of that. Oh my goodness, I'm doing terrible. I've recently been toying with the idea of getting back into the dating apps. But I don't think I don't know. But I've just been like casually scrolling through the Tinder and the Bumble. Yeah, I feel like I'm not very good at dating apps. By which I mean I'm I'm ugly. No, I don't know. I'm just like... The few times I ever get matches on dating apps, it's always such a like stressful thing because I'm like, okay, alright Chase, don't mess this up. You get one chance per year to get a match on Tinder, so don't mess this up. And then I end up messing it up. Oh no. Yeah, I've been going down this rabbit hole on YouTube of like, cringy people in text messages and stuff, like cringy people on dating apps and like, yeah, text messages. And like, apparently there was this guy, and this was like a few years ago, but like apparently there was this guy who didn't match with a girl on Bumble and then tracked down her Facebook and then left like 15 minutes of audio messages in her Facebook DMs. And it's like, so it like hurts my soul listening, like, and like, so like people, the girl who got 15 minutes of audio messages like posted about it on Twitter, and it's like the most like, ugh, like it feels gross listening to it, and he's just like talking to himself basically. He's like, yeah, I'm just like so tired because I just finished my gig with my band, you know, I play for a really big rock band, so it's pretty cool, but yeah, I just really loved your Tinder bio. I've never seen a girl use that shrug emoji. It's just so cool. Like, and it's just like 15 minutes of that. And it's like, yeah, at least, if anything, at least I'm not that cringy. I'm okay with being slightly cringe, but as long as I'm not like that cringy. Gasp, I wasn't here for the Junipat raid. Yeah, I super appreciate all the raids. Very kind. Yeah, it's always the nicest, like the absolute nicest thing is when people like choose, out of all the people out there, they choose me to raid. Like, what? Ooh. At least he wasn't saying bad things for 15 minutes, true. That's true. Oh god. We're not gonna go there. We don't have to go there. Oh god! I died. No, I don't know. When people say sliding into DMs, what does that mean, guys? I've never slid into DMs before. Ah! Still waiting for you to play Fort. Wait, me or Junipat? Actually, I did. I mean, when I played Fortnite Festival, I did have to download the giant update, so I do have the update on my Switch right now. You silly. You know what they say, never assume. When you assume, it makes an ASS out of you and me. My English teacher from, my English teacher in high school said that. That was the first time I ever heard that saying. When you assume, it makes an ASS out of you and me. And it was like this like older lady who's just like, you know, like the classic just like, teacher who considers like butt to be a bad word or something. I don't know, like doesn't like fart jokes or anything. Like, so when she said that, I thought it was like the funniest like thing ever. Oh no, okay, I almost just like led someone right to their death. Alright, I think someone's coming up this way, guys. Oh my god, that same teacher who said that, that same teacher, I remember it was an English class. My high school, for whatever reason, some classes didn't have air condition. They were like these like portable, like, you know, I don't know, did you guys have like those portable classrooms? Where it's basically just a shed. Like a small shed, kind of. Getting so up the wazoo over here. What? Who's going where? Yes, the shed. Yeah, they were portables. And so like what my English class, oh, shout out up the wazoo over here. Gotcha. Hey, we just really appreciate people and support smaller streamers. Although I'm not sure if I'm allowed to support small streamers because this is an Amazon website. That's the second time I made that joke. No, sorry. My English class was in one of those portable classrooms and it didn't have AC, and the teacher had a rule about like you had to take off your shoes before you went into class. So like I want you to imagine like Hawaii heat in a portable classroom with no AC and a bunch of high schoolers with shoes off. It was God, it was terrible. Like, oh, like it literally like makes me like I kind of want to vomit right now thinking about that. It was just like the most dankest like in the heat, like freaking high schoolers, like teenagers, where it's like you're the most like, you know, hormones like sweating and stuff, and just like gross socks. Some people didn't wear socks. Like what the, like God. Actually, I don't think my teacher wore socks. I think she wore like slippers, which I guess isn't like terrible, but yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. I don't know why any teacher would make us do that. Well, I mean, I guess because the portable classroom was carpet, so maybe they were just trying to save the carpet, but still, like, that's just yuck. Yeah, I just remember sitting in that class and being like, oh, there are so many smells that I'm smelling. My God. Oh God, is this gonna turn into another stream where I just talk about high school memories? Which I don't mind. I have a lot of like crazy, not crazy, but like I have a lot of like silly high school memories. She didn't pay for the carpet, yeah. She was just trying to save the carpet. So she's like, okay. Either we make everybody take off their shoes and our little classroom turns into a freaking like Dutch oven, or we have to clean the carpets. Which one is worse? How do you stretch your arms? God dang it. Our shed was a driving instructing classroom. What? That's wild. Driving instructing class. Do you guys remember taking like driving classes? I felt like SpongeBob. I was literally SpongeBob taking a driving class. But yeah, my driving class, they had it at the local, they held driving class at the local elementary school. Well, actually, the driving class that I took, it was like this, it was a high school teacher who was doing it as like a side business, basically. The hustle life, you know? But yeah, it was at like the local elementary school, and I'm not good at driving. Well, actually, I mean, yeah, I'm not good at driving, but also I felt like I wasn't very good in driving class. A, it started at like 8 in the morning. B, I am the most like ignorant like environment person. Like I specifically remember one of the assignment, or like one of like the, yeah, I guess assignments. One of the assignments in my driver's ed class was to draw a map of Hawaii, because I live in Hawaii. So like just draw a map of the island with like where all of the cities are. And I literally just didn't know. Like to this day, I don't know if I could tell you where all of the cities in Hawaii are. I'm just like very just like not conscious of like my surroundings. I also like, I don't know. I'm the type of guy where I'm the type of person where okay. Like I like small town. Like I live in a small town, so like I like just like staying in my small town. Just a small town boy, you know what I mean? Like Journey said. And so like I don't really go out much. Like I don't know. I don't like there's like the main part of Hawaii where it's like, I don't know if you guys know much about Hawaii or like Honolulu, but there's like Waikiki is like a very touristy spot. It's like right by the beach. But like I barely go out. Like I barely leave my small town. It had a simulator with a video that played and steering. What? That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh, I actually do wish I had. I wish they did that more in high school or in driver's ed classes, like having some kind of a simulation where you can actually drive. Because like, yeah, when I started driving, that was like my biggest like the thing that took me, that probably held me back the longest was like not being familiar with like sitting in front of a steering wheel. Like I feel like if kids were to like, at least for me, if I were to have that experience more with like a fake steering wheel, like I feel like that would have helped me a lot, because I was very like, when I first started driving, I was like very like scared about like very nervous about being behind a steering wheel. So that's cool. I think more driving classes should have some kind of a simulation. In our drafting classroom always smelled like dead rats. Ew. Oh no. I was like, in high school, our drafting classroom always smelled like ew. Geography is not our best subject. Same. Oh my god, so bad at geography. Same. Like, yeah, I remember, oh god, do I admit this? Kids do as I say, not as I do, but when I was in 8th grade, in one of our classes in social studies, we had to memorize all of the 50 states. We had to memorize all of the 50 states, and it was like basically one of the few times in school where I cheated on a test. Like, yeah, we were tested on all of the 50 states, so yeah. There was no way I was gonna be able to do that by myself. But yeah, once again, kids, do as I say, not as I do. Don't cheat. But yeah, like there was no way I was gonna memorize 50 states. Like absolutely no way. That same class too, actually, we had to memorize like the Declaration of Independence and the whatever, the other things. I disconnected. And like that was rough. I don't know, I just like don't care about stuff like history is history for a reason. It's in the past, you know? Right, guys? Like, why am I learning about history is history? Oh, true, memorizing the Animaniacs song could have helped. True. I didn't know about Animaniacs till after that. Man, like, that would have been so helpful. But yeah, that was rough. I'm not good at geography either. This is actually kind of embarrassing. Kind of embarrassing to admit here, guys. I honestly, like, I don't know the difference between countries and continents. I'm not gonna lie. I genuinely, like, don't know the difference. The only thing I know is that I believe Africa is a continent, and the only reason I know that is because it was on an episode of Whose Line Is It Anyway? Where Drew Carey says that Africa is a big country, and then Wayne Brady laughs at him because Africa is actually a continent, I think. Or it was the other, or maybe the other way around. I don't know. But yeah, very bad. I don't know, like that whole like social studies, like, you know, history, geography, all that stuff, I'm really bad at. That is probably... I think that's definitely my worst subject in school. Anytime I had any kind of like social studies, like in college, I had to take a anthropology class, and I was terrible in that. Whose Line is classic, so good. It's so good. It's sad that they didn't get Drew Carey on the new... They rebooted Whose Line in 2013. It's sad they didn't get Drew Carey on it yet. But yeah, so good. I like... God, Whose Line it's so funny. Probably like I've had probably the hardest laughs I've ever laughed. Wait, did I not start? Oh, I didn't even start a thing. Rainmaker or Splat Zones? We can go Splat Zones. Yeah, some of the hardest laughs I've ever had in my life was from Whose Line. Like the one that I think about a lot. There's one where it's the game called Three-Headed Broadway Star with... Who was it? I think it's Wayne Brady and Drew Carey and Ryan Stiles. And like, yeah, it's just funny. I feel like me explaining it isn't gonna do it justice. So good. Yeah. There's definitely a time in my life where I would just go on YouTube and watch Whose Line Is It Anyway, like, compilations. Oh my god. Classic. Absolutely classic. Excuse me. Yeah. Actually, another crazy story from high school. My guitar, I took guitar, sorry. I just like, my brain just broke there. I took guitar in high school because, in case you guys don't know, I started playing the guitar when I was 9 years old. So like I was self-taught and everything for like many, many years. And so I took guitar in high school because I knew it would be an easy A. And there was a Guitar 1 class and Guitar 2. So like, I was like, okay, I have 2 years of electives that I picked out that are like gonna be easy. So I took Guitar 1 and Guitar 2. Funny enough, the music room was another carpeted room where you had to take off your shoes, but luckily it had AC in it, so it wasn't completely terrible. And yeah, so I took Guitar 1, and like, yeah, I was pretty lucky in that like right off the bat my guitar teacher liked me. Which I guess luckily, it's like, yeah, I was pretty proficient in guitar, so like it was an easy class. I could do all the homework and stuff because, you know, I knew how to do it. And like, it was even when I took Guitar 2 in my senior year of high school, it was even to the point where I guess I was just like so good. Sorry, not to toot my own horn, but I was like really, you know, I was like good in Guitar 2 class where my guitar teacher actually, like, at the end of the school year, he nominated me for an award, for like a school award. And so I think that helped me get a scholarship for college even. So that was really cool. And so like, yeah, I was like pretty tight with my guitar teacher, and that was really awesome. Yeah, it was really cool. I was like very awesome. A few years after I graduate high school, it turns out that the guitar teacher was having a relationship with a student or something like that. It's pretty yucky. Although don't quote me on that. I think, I don't know. The story gets really, like, the story got really lost for me. Like, a lot of people say different things. The one that I heard was that there was a student who, after she graduated, she had a relationship with the teacher. So I believe he got fired. Which really sucks because, I don't know, it's still kind of like, it's still like kind of a burn to me. I feel like it still kind of hurts me because it was like the one teacher, not one teacher, but like, you know, it was one of the teachers who I really liked and like I was really like, I was kind of closer with, and like I felt like I was really doing well in their class, and so like, and he, you know, he nominated me for an award and stuff, so I was like, I was like, this is a cool teacher, and then come to find out, like, he has a he gets fired for, you know, having a relationship with a student, and it's just like, oh, that sucks. Oh god. Funny enough, a few years after I heard that news and he was fired, my uncle was in a choir group, and he was actually like the leader of the choir group. And so I went to one of my uncle's like Christmas performances for his choir group, and he was there. And I don't think he remembered me. Luckily enough, in my senior year of high school, I grew out my hair, and then when I saw him at that choir group performance, I had just cut my hair really short, so I don't think he remembered me, or could even tell it was me. Yeah, they were a role model and shattered that image, exactly. That's what hurt a lot. I don't know if we won, I wasn't paying attention. I think we lost. Did we lose? Oh man, I'm not doing very well tonight in Splatoon. Maybe he was embarrassed about what happened as well, that's true. I can see that. I don't know, it's like, he's like a very... He was a very like outgoing, like boisterous type of person. You know, that kind of a teacher where it's like the cool history teacher that you've always wanted in school. Like, he was that kind of a teacher, so like, I don't know, I can never imagine him like ever being in like a situation like that. But yeah, it was really sad. I think now he like, I think he pulled a Drake Bell and like moved to a foreign country. But yeah. That was like a really crazy thing that happened in high school. But yeah. I don't know. I was just very like... I guess you can change when you ruin your self-image. True. Ain't that the truth? Oh my god. Yeah. I don't know. Do you guys keep up with your teachers, by the way? That was a really... That like, looking back at that now, that is a very controversial thing that I didn't realize at the time. But, like, yeah, my middle school... I forget if there were others, but I definitely know at least one of my middle school teachers would be Facebook friends with a lot of students. And like, we always thought, like, it was always like a funny thing, like, oh, you know, we're, you know, Facebook friends with Mr. Whoever. And then, well, looking back at that now, that's kind of weird. I didn't realize it until like I got older. That's kind of weird. I don't think he, like, I think he genuinely, like, did not have any, like, ill intentions of that. Like, I think he is just a normal guy. Just trying to be hip with the students. But yeah, that's, I could see that definitely, like, being a more controversial thing today. I still see one of my high school teachers all the time. He lives right down the street from me. Wow. Hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully it's on good terms, question mark. Like, hopefully it's not weird. Yeah, let me think. Yeah, a few of my high school teachers, friend requested me on Facebook after I graduated. Which I guess is fine. Like, that's always like a weird, like, thing where it's like after I graduated, I was very young, like I was supposed to be held back a year, but They chose not to hold me back a year. So I was actually young for my age. So like even after I graduated high school, I was still like 17. So like technically still a minor. And not a minor like Captain Toad. Sorry, that I gotta figure out how to make that joke better. I was a minor, but not a coal miner. There. That's a better one. Yeah. But, I don't know. Really good guy. He's been the girls' basketball coach for like 25, 30 years. Jesus Christ. Holy cannoli. Nice. Well, that's cool. When people say they've been at like one job for like 30 years, like I can't imagine that. I don't know. I say that as I'm like 15 years into making YouTube videos, but I don't know. I think that's different actually. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't like you know what's funny though is like there's one teacher from my high school who friend requested me on Facebook after I graduated, who I don't think I was close with. I was surprised when I got that friend request from him because I actually think he didn't like me. I'm pretty sure he didn't like me because I was always late to class. I wasn't good in the class. It was for like an art class, like a digital art class where like we had to like screen print t-shirts and stuff and make stickers and whatever. I don't think I was good in that class, and like I was always late, so he always wasn't happy when I was late. Like I was surprised when that friend request came in. I was like, wow, really? And then like to this day, he still like on my birthday will tell me happy birthday. I was like, wow, that is not something I would have expected. I just had a coworker receive a statue for his 30-year work anniversary. Wow, that's wild. Because that's a long time. Like that is a long time. Like yeah, at my work too. Like at my work, somebody just recently retired, and they were there for like 28 years or something. And it's just wow, that is a long time. Very long time. 16 is your record. That's a long time too. Holy cannoli. That is a long time as well. I feel like anything over like 10 years, that's a long time to be, you know, like, in the business, in the biz. Ah, dang it. Oh no, we got wiped out. Yeah. Oh, Jesus. That's actually like really crazy, like especially like in terms of like teachers too. Like, can you imagine how like teachers who you know, teach for like years and years like that, like can you imagine how many like changes in kids they see all the time? Like imagine a teacher who like, you know, they were teaching and then they saw like, you know, they saw like pogs come and go. They saw, you know, I don't know what else was there. Tamagotchis come and go. Like they saw all the kids' fads. Like, that must be a wild thing. Like how much kids change over time. Do you guys ever wonder about like if your school teachers remember you? That's something that I often think about. I had this one teacher. I had a teacher in like 3rd grade who I really liked. I really liked, and then my elementary school held an event for all of the graduating seniors. And so like, yeah, all the seniors would go, and then you could like, and then all of like your old teachers would all of your elementary school teachers would be there, and that third grade teacher who I really liked, I don't think she remembered me. She was like, "Oh, I saw you in the yearbook, so I think you were in my class." And I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Yeah, you're like my favorite teacher." Oh no. I know for sure my 4th grade teacher had thousands and thousands of dollars worth of Pokemon cards she took up. True. Dude, that's so true. Hey, Cass. Hi, Cass. How are you doing? Welcome in. Oh no. If she sold them now, she'd be rich. True. Can you imagine? Holy crap. But also, that's wild. Can you imagine a teacher confiscating something and then never giving it back? What a wild thing. Like, I don't know, I can't, like... I feel like I can't even, like... I can't think of a way where that would be, like... Where that's, like, cool to do that, you know? That you're just, like, stealing a kid's property. Like, I get confiscating stuff because it's, like... Yeah. Happened all the time when I was a kid. Jesus. Yeah, like, I get confiscating stuff, but, like, not giving it back is wild to me. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, thanks for shouting out Cass. Okay. Yeah. Luckily, my 4th and 5th grade teacher really liked me, and she even showed up to my... I was gonna say funeral. Wait. No, she showed up to my high school graduation. Oh no, I died. In the game, I died in the game. I mean, that would be cool if she showed up to my funeral. Rip Chase, I guess. I missed your funeral. Sorry I missed your funeral. It's okay. It's okay. My funeral song is the music that they play at my funeral is gonna be the, Super Mario 64 end credit song. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if I chose... Well, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that. But I think that would be funny to choose if I chose a video game song to have at my funeral. Nothing wrong with it. I think it's just me. If it were me, that would make it funny. Yeah. Yeah, I had this really cool, I had a few, I guess. It's a me, Chase, I'm dead now. It's a me, Chase, I'm dead now. Oh my god, they get Charles Martinet to record that for me. Oh my god. The perfect funeral. Oh lord. Who do you guys think is the coolest type of teacher? I'm trying to think. I feel like math teachers are always serious. Math teachers are always the serious teachers. Or history teachers are always the serious teachers. I feel like English teachers are usually like the silly ones. Play the song of when Mario dies. Do 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 do. as they lower my casket. Sorry. Lurk getting late here and working late. Oh yeah, no worries. Thank you so much for the lurk. Have a great stream. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for the raid again. I super do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Holy crap, it's also getting late for me. My photography teacher in year 10 was the coolest guy I ever met. Nice. Nice. You know what I hated in high school? I still hate till today. I hated the teachers who were like... The teachers who were like awkward. You know, like the awkward teachers who like... Who were so awkward that kids would bully them, basically. Like, kids bullying their teacher is wild to me. Like, there was my, chemistry teacher in high school. Everybody, like, would, like, make fun of him and stuff. Wait, chemistry? No, physics. Physics. My chemistry teacher was a jerk. I'm sorry. No, but yeah, my physics teacher was like a really like, you know, kind of awkward, shy person. So like everybody would like sort of make fun of him and like play pranks on him. And I thought that I thought that was so messed up. I still think it's really messed up to do that. Like, what the hell? Worst teacher I ever had was in middle school. Oh no. Worst teacher I ever had. Oh, wait, I know. Well, actually, maybe I've had a few. His name was Mr. Bean. Wait, is that real? Is that real? That teacher called Mr. Lemon? Wait. How come you guys all had, like, food? You guys all had food teachers. You swear? Oh god. Everybody just had food teachers. Like, I had a teacher named Mr. Pineapple. I didn't, but... Did I have any food teachers? I don't think so. Oh wait, no, I did have a, he was the biggest a-hole I ever met. And his name was maybe he was... I mean, yeah, if I had a name like Mr. Bean, I would be a pretty big a-hole too. I did have a teacher named Mr. Wood, but I feel like that's not that crazy. Oh god, I gotta run. Gotta blast. I feel like I don't know the map enough to know where to be right now. I mean, I've had a few jerk teachers. Actually, you know what was funny? One of my... God dang it. My English teacher in sophomore year, which is year 10, my English teacher made us, one of our homework assignments was to make a Reddit account. And that's one of the wildest things I've ever heard in high school. Everybody! One time he called a kid poor because he couldn't afford to get the material. Aww! That's messed up. That's messed up. Ah! Let me think. I did have one teacher. It was this really, really old guy in college. I took a music class in college. And so this music class was on like music history or something, or I forget, history of pop music, I think it was. It was like a pop music class, which worked perfectly for me because I remember one of my papers I just wrote about Blink 182. But yeah, I'll never forget he had his online lectures, and in one of his lectures he was talking about rap music, and I'll never forget, he was like, oh, like, contrary to popular belief, rap is not all about like gangsters and gang banging. And I'm like, what? That was literally what he said. And I'm listening to this from this like really old guy, and I'm just like, wait, whoa, pump the brakes. I forget that you're just a baby. I remember going to computer class to learn the basics of navigating a computer. Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. That was so mean. Luna Prism, thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. How the heck are you guys doing? Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. How was your stream? There you go. Oh, you're playing Splatoon 2. Nice. I mean, not Splatoon 2, but Splatoon as well. Hope your stream was well. And also, hello everybody. My name is Chase. I'm a little streamer dude from Hawaii. And I like to play Nintendo games. We're just talking about, God, that hurts when you don't get points. We're talking about our worst teachers in school. What are your guys' worst teachers in school? You know, I did, when I was like really young, we did have computer classes when I was a kid. I must have been like, I guess like my age, I was probably like on just like the very tail end of like computer classes like that. I remember in elementary school, we would go to the computer lab and we would do this thing called Kid Picks. Does anybody know what is Kid Picks? I think that's the one with the little freaking, I think it's the one with the little goddamn paperclip. Or is that something else? You were doing side order and I flubbed up a floor because I was being piled up by enemies. Oh no. Sorry to hear that. How is side order? I actually have not even tried side order yet. I actually haven't even bought the DLC, but I am thinking about it. I've been seeing a bunch of people playing side order. One of my favorite things from elementary school was accelerated reader. Wait, we were talking about this last week. Are you serious? Is this a joke? Are you trolling, Josh? I hated that. That was the worst thing ever. Accelerated reader. It's fun, especially if you like roguelikes. Oh, nice. Yeah, I saw it. I hear it's a roguelike type of Splatoon thing. I get very stressed from roguelikes, but I feel like I should probably give it a try. You loved it? Oh my god, I hated accelerated reader. Did you guys have accelerated reader in school? So in case you don't know what is accelerated reader, basically, you would read a book, go to the computer lab, take a quiz on the book, and then you would get accelerated reader points. And at least in my school, in order to get an A in the class, you would have to have a certain number of accelerated reader book or points. So basically what that meant was like, you would go to the library, take the test, and then like if you failed the test, then it's like, oh, I'm just gonna freaking try to take another test. Actually, wait, no. My library only let you take a few tests. My library only let you take one test every like 2 weeks or something. So like if I failed a test on a book that I didn't read, I would just wait 2 weeks and then just take another test and then try to guess. I assumed you were too young for AR. No, I had AR in middle school and it was the worst. It was like the bane of my existence. I hated it so bad. Honestly, because I just hate reading. I just hate reading. So like what I would do is like I would choose a book and then go on Spark Notes, look at the Spark Notes, get a general idea of what the book was about, and then try to take the AR test. But the problem was that the AR test often had like very specific questions. So like, even though I just knew the summary of the book, a lot of times it would be like, yeah, the questions would be about like really specific things. Yeah, I hated it. I hated it so much. Yeah. Yeah, we did have a computer lab in elementary school, I remember, and we would do like little games and stuff that would teach you how to type and whatever. Unfortunately, we did not have Mario Teaches Typing, which was, you know, kind of a bummer, but we did have like little typing games and whatnot. And actually, I remember in like 4th grade, we had to put one of our projects on a floppy disk. Like, what? It was like the one and only time I've ever used a floppy disk. The floppy disks that are actually floppy. Oh no, we just lost so bad. Oh my god, we just got wrecked. Yeah, that was wild. Even like putting our projects on like a CD. Actually, I still have it somewhere. My 1st grade teacher made all of the kids a photo slideshow at the end of the year. Which is like so sweet, first of all. That's like so sweet. And so she gave all of the parents this photo slideshow on a VHS. Really crazy to look back at today. Yeah. God. I sometimes think about like how like I don't think I could ever go back to school. Like just the thought of like having homework like grosses me out. Even though I have like I've thought every so often about how like maybe I should get an extra major just to be safe, but like then I think about like going back to school and having to do homework, and I just can't. Like I like it literally just like it makes me sick to my stomach. Yeah. School. But yeah, I don't know. Like bad teachers. I've had like strict teachers. I'd say, yeah, probably the chemistry teacher in high school was probably the worst teacher I've had, just because he was old and like he always, I remember he always just kind of expected you to know how to do the work, which was really annoying. Like he didn't really teach us. He wasn't even a teacher. He was just like he would just be like, okay, class, today we're gonna put together these, freaking, what am I trying to say? See, I don't even know what to say because I forget, I forget chemistry. But yeah, he would be like, okay, yeah, so today we're gonna do this. And then he would just be like, hey, do it. And then I wouldn't understand what to do. The really cool teachers now, like today, like when you look back at it, I think the coolest teachers are the ones who like do extra stuff for the kids. I think that's like those are the heroes we need. Like the teachers who do extra stuff for the kids. Like in my senior year of high school, I took calculus, and at the end of the year, my calculus teacher gave everyone rocks. And so like everyone would have a rock and it would say like what? It would basically be like an award. The ones that like make learning fun, exactly. So like mine, my like award at the end of the year for calculus was, my award was Calculus Ninja. Which that meant, like, I was good at calculus, but I never talked. I was like a ninja, where I would just be like hidden in the shadows. But I was like actually apparently pretty good at calculus. Oh my god, that same teacher too. Oh, what a cool guy now that I think about it. That same teacher too, at the end of the year, he read us Oh the Places You'll Go by Dr. Seuss. I mean, granted, Dr. Seuss is kind of cringe nowadays, but like, he read that book to us and like, you know, the idea being that like, oh, we're graduating high school, so yeah, like, oh, the places you'll go. And I thought, like, yeah, that's like the nicest thing ever. That's like the most wholesome thing. I mean, not that Dr. Seuss isn't wholesome nowadays, but you know. What the heck? How is this guy not dying? Okay. Where's the frickin' thing? Wait, where's the thing? Oh, wait, where's the Rainmaker? Oh, Jesus. It's all the way back here. Nice. Wait, guys, I'm coming. Okay, hold on, hold on. I'm following. You following this camera guy? Oh my god. Okay. Oh god, we're getting wrecked. We're actually getting wrecked. I'm not having good Splatoon matches tonight, guys. Alright, let's go. Nice. Oh god, watch out, watch out, watch out! Wait, how come they're not exploding? Okay. Yeah. Were you guys teachers' pets in school? I was such a teacher's pet, which, I didn't realize until somewhat recently. I wonder if being a teacher's pet, is that just a sign of being a people pleaser? Like, is that one of the telltale signs for being a people pleaser? But yeah, I was such a teacher's pet in school, and I'll never forget the very first time I got a teacher. So like, yeah, I was very affected by like if teachers liked me or not, because I was so much of a teacher's pet. So I'll never forget the very first time I had a teacher who didn't like me. It was in 7th grade, and literally like the first week of school. And I still think this is BS. I don't know. I don't think I was in the wrong here. I think this is BS. In like the first week of my 7th grade, we had a group activity during class, and then the homework was to like write up about the group activity or whatever. And so one day during class, like we're waiting for the bell to ring, and then so I was like, oh hey, I asked one of the guys in my group, like, and this was a different class. Sorry, this is kind of hard to keep up with, but so it was my science teacher, where we did the group activity, and then we were in social studies one day, and I was like before the bell rang, I was like, oh hey, I asked one of my group members who was also in my social studies group, or in my social studies class, I was like, hey, can I borrow your paper to see how you filled it, what you filled out? And then so he was like, sure. And then I was filling out the homework, and then my social studies teacher catches me and says, hey, you're cheating. And then he gives the homework to my science teacher, and then my science teacher got mad at me. Which is like so out of character. Like, I was such a teacher's pet. Like, I can't stress enough how much of a teacher's pet I was. So like that killed my soul. And like, so I always felt like for the rest of that school year, I felt like he didn't like me. Like, I think ever since that first week where I got in trouble for quote unquote cheating, even though it was for a group activity. Like, he didn't like me after that, and like it wrecked me. Or they just respected the fact that you didn't cause trouble. That's true, yeah. I don't know, I do think, well, yeah. Not to toot my own horn, but I will say, there were, I actually did do some things in like elementary. Like to this day, I would probably say my 4th and 5th grade teacher was like the teacher that liked me the most. Which I was very lucky for, I guess. I went right into the freaking bomb. Like I will say at the time, I feel like I did a lot of good things. I was a good person in 4th and 5th grade. After that, it just went downhill. Like I'll never forget, like there were little instances where it's like there's this one instance where some kids were arguing about who was gonna put the soccer ball back in my teacher's classroom, and then finally I was just like, because everybody was arguing about it, and finally I was just like, okay, I'll do it. And then my teacher was like, oh yeah, like, good job, Chase, like you can get a sour belt. Because my teacher kept sour belts in her classroom, so like every time a kid did like a good thing, you would get a sour belt. So she was like, good job, Chase, you get a sour belt. I was like, wow. That was like one of my good deeds of 4th and 5th grade. And so luckily that teacher really liked me, and I was like, wow. That was really cool. That meant a lot to me, was making sure that teacher liked me. We'll do like one more turf war. In that same year too, God, what happened? I forget the exact story, but in like 5th grade, they were voting about who would be the class like leader, like the class president basically. And like it was like by a raise of hands. So like in class, I like this one kid wanted to be voted for, but then there was this other girl who I kind of liked more, or I kind of liked, and so I wanted to vote for her instead. So I voted for her instead, and then the guy that wanted everybody to vote for him got mad at me. And so throughout class, he kicked me in the shin. And then, like finally at the end of class, the girl who I had voted for like ratted him out. And was like, yeah, throughout class, this guy was kicking Chase in the shin. And so he got in trouble. And I felt, I feel like this was the beginning of my like people pleasing era, because I was like, no, it's not a big deal, like don't get him in trouble. Even though he was kicking me in the shin throughout class. What a loser I was. I never know if it's better to play the offensive or defensive, especially in this map. Excuse me. Alright. I don't know what to do, I'm scared. Oh, they're up there. They're up top. Oh god. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Good times. Oh god, I'm gonna get wrecked. Okay. Okay. Why did I put a bomb there? Oh god, I got wrecked. Yeah, I'm trying to think of other school stories I have. You know, yeah, it was funny. All throughout my grade 7, I was very unlucky about teachers not liking me. Actually, in fact, I think every single one of my teachers in 7th grade did not like me. Maybe my math teacher like math was always like the one subject where I felt like, okay, I can do good. I do well in math, so I feel like no matter what, the teacher will at least tolerate me. But yeah, even like in 7th grade, I was just so unlucky about all of my teachers not liking me. And it like hurt my soul so badly. Yeah. And it was to the point where even in 8th grade, when I had to take PE and my 7th grade science teacher was there, I still felt like he didn't like me. I felt like he held a grudge on me for like years. It was really bad. God. Alright. I think that's what we're gonna call it for the night. It's way past my bedtime. But thank you all so much for watching. We had some good stuff tonight. Got a new PB in Mario 64, played some sick Splatoon, and we even got a text message from my friends. I actually interacted with people today, or through text message at least. So I think tonight was a win. I think tonight was a win.